Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about material module in WELSIM. WELSIM is a finite element analysis software. It contains all the necessary components for you to conduct analysis. You don't have to use any other third-party tools. So the WELSIM provides all the components such as mesh, solver, post-processing, material definition, post-processing modules. All these modules are available in WELSIM. So today we focus on the geometry, the material. Sorry, the material is a very critical part for the simulation. It's usually need to define it at the very beginning of the simulation. The material data properties are critical for the final solutions. So the WELSIM provides very easy and intuitive graphical user interface for you to define a material and modify and edit the material properties. So as you can see on my screen, now we already have a structure still defined. And the status, if you look at the small icon, you can see a green check, which says the material is well defined. So if you click this object, you can see the ID class. It's both read-only, and you can suppress this material. Once you suppress this material, status is changed. You see this object become gray. It won't be used for the following analysis. Let's just unsuppress it. Users can define multiple material objects. You can either add a material from the menu or add a material just by simply click the button on the toolbar. Now let me add some materials here. Just click this button several times. You can see the material objects, several objects generate on the tree in giving their name and particularly add the numbers after the name to differentiate all these newly created objects. Let's just look at the three. If you want to change the name, let's say let's right click on this object and then click the rename. So let me change the name to be my material. Okay, this is my material, and we can see there is a red, the orange question mark showing there, which means this material data is not fully defined. We need to define data. Double click, or you can right button click. You can see the edit option on the context menu. So either way, you can open this editing panel. So there's nothing showing here in the material property window because there's no data defined yet. So we can add data by two ways. The first method is create or import material data from the library. So you can see this library tab is already activated. So you can select the different predefined materials in this library tag. You can see there's multiple different materials you can add. Let's say titanium alloy. So you can click this row and add an import. Or you can double click this row, and all this property will be imported to the panel on the right. We can see the density, Young's modulus, all this, and some thermal properties defined here. You can change the values here if you want to. Right. This is the values available for you to change. Once you press the apply or OK button, this data will be saved into this my material object. So this is the first and the most easy way to create material properties. But sometimes it's probably not sufficient. Let's say you don't have such a material in this library. You want to create a material by yourself. Let me click the apply for save all the data. So you can click another tab. It says build tab. And you can see once you click the build tab, you can see all these properties, available properties is given here. Now we have density, thermal expansion. Let's see, it's already selected in the material property. So we see it's already checked. Some property is not checked yet. If you want to add them, just simply check it. You see the dynamic, I just added the dynamic viscosity and then showing the data here. And you want to uncheck it, just basically remove this property. Okay, it's very straightforward. You also can add a nonlinear hyperelastic property, plastic property, all these property available here. It depends on your needs and your simulation types. So that's how we define the materials. If you, it's very kind of straightforward. If you click the button here, so this editing panel will be closed and data is saved already. Status already updated. We still have another 3 material need to be updated or adding the data. It's up to you, can do now or we can do it later. Now you said, since we don't need it right now, let me just delete this material. Okay, so if you delete this material, we have 2 materials. One is structure studio, another one is my material. So the now next step is how to assign this material to my geometry. If you click the geometry in the tree, you can see there's one property called the material here. It's shown here. Then if you click this drop down button, you can see the 2 candidates shown here. One is structure steel, one is my material, which is a very it's identical to the material objects in my tree. So you can select my material or select structure steel. Once you select that, the material is assigned to this body. So if you have multiple body, let's say you have another body, okay, then this body you can assign the structure steel or my material either way. So that's how we apply the material. Yeah, it's pretty much of the material module. Then you can export the materials if you want to know your material data or you want to save it to some place in there for other things, for other applications. We can export the material data into a JSON file. If you click this command, you can see ask you to save the file to some place on the hard drive. Okay, that's pretty much of the material module. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Thanks for watching. Bye.